Amy, are you still trying to have a baby?
I'm always trying to have a baby. I just like to see people's faces drop when I say that. I've never wanted a child.
No.
I like telling me, what are you working on? I'm trying to have a baby, and then they don't know what to say. I'm going to wait till I'm 60 to have a baby.
Are you dating right now?
I don't date.
You don't date?
I've been single since 2001. I'm not open to it.
You're just...
I don't even put on a kind of vibe. I don't put on a kind of sexual vibe. Do I?
I think you're very sexy.
I do?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Interesting. I've never asked anybody that before. No.
Some of those photos... I think David Letterman finds you sexy.
Oh, well.
Last week, let's talk about Letterman. You made your 34th and final appearance.
I know.
Last week.
I'm grieving. I'm in a grieving process. I was telling you backstage.
Yeah, he loves you. Dave loves you. You love him.
I love
you
him.
guys,
He's great. He's the best.
There's such a chemistry you guys have, unmatched, I think, by anyone, maybe Drew Barrymore. But you guys, and really, it's like you really seem like you're in love when you're on that show.
Maybe we are. I don't know. I don't kiss and tell. I'm just in the moment. That's all it is.
Yeah.
The same with him, I think. I like it when you do something like that and you forget there's an audience in front of you. And,
yeah. How's this going so far?
Oh my God, I'm
You're very aware.
No, it's going great. You're really doing great.
Do you?
No, you are.
Can I put that in my pamphlet? Really doing great. He's no David Letterman, Amy Sedaris. Do you recall your first appearance on The Late Show back in 2000?
I do. I remember every episode I ever did. It was like a live date. I was doing a play, Wonder of the World, with Sarah Jessica Parker, and he was a big fan of David. So I don't know if he had me on because he was a big fan of David's and because I had something to promote. I don't know. But after that, it was just like 4 times a year. It was kind of like a nice little.
Yeah. And sometimes they call you up the day of and say, get over here?
Yeah, I always had a dress hanging up and everything. I always wanted to do that episode with my hair soaking wet, you know. But it's better last minute because then you have an excuse. You're like, what do you expect? You called me last minute. It's not like, I had 3 weeks to prepare for this. So let's just talk about anything, you know?
Did you prepare? How did you prepare if you did?
Everyone I know who's ever been Letterman prepared. You're always working on it, no matter what. You always carry a notebook around thinking, oh, that's a good thing to bring up on Letterman or whatever. And then sometimes when you do pre-interviews, sometimes the host will stick to it and sometimes you just get into a conversation and it's, But the whole time you're editing in your head, like, oh my God, I only have 7 minutes. Like last week, Michael J. Fox went up, ahead of me. I'm a huge fan of his, but all I could think about was like, my God, let's go. I got 7 minutes up there, and you're chewing up the time, and I was panicking. So I was just like, editing in my head and what I was gonna. So I would say set up a joke and then not repeat the other half, like all over the place. But that's okay. It's showbiz.
It's showbiz. Have some compassion. Did you ever see David outside of the show? Did you ever hang out with him? It seems like you did.
I saw him one time coming. I was leaving the theater. I saw him coming down the stairs. He was leaving. And another time I had a meeting with him in a room. And then another time I saw him backstage a few times. He would come
no one invited him over to the house for dinner?
He's never been to my apartment.
Never been to your apartment?
No.
These guys are very private off stage. They don't like to have. Nowadays he just zips in, does a show, back to Connecticut.
But I kind of like that. That's why you feel bad talking about them because we're so private and you don't want to
Let's dig it up.
I know.
I want to pull it out of you.
I don't know him like that way.
Right, well, it didn't happen with Brian. It's not happening with you. So clearly,
yeah.
You sent David off with a beautiful medley of song. And
here we go. Is this what
if you haven't seen, put the headphones on. Put them on. Yeah. And the rest of you can enjoy Amy on last week's David Letterman final appearance. This is so gorgeous.
Well, yeah, see, I didn't set it up very well. I wanted to go into the whole Bette Midler and Johnny Carson, and I'm not articulate, this would be a way, and I skipped that part. So it was cuckoo.
This was your Bette Midler moment.
Well, it was an old Melissa Manchester song. I don't know anything. Colbert and Paul Donnelly used to count how many words I'd get through in a song, and they never got past 7. Like, you don't know the words to anything. And I'm like, I know, but that's all I know.
It was enough, I think.
He was touched.
He was touched.